Hello, reviewers, welcome to Mr. Who Reviews. And today, I'm reviewing Digimon Beatbreak Tactics arc. Yeah, this is the second arc for the Digimon Beatbreak series. Before we begin, I just want to say I forgot about mentioning that Studio Gallop, the uh, the studio that animated the sixth series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually helped out with animation and did. I think can't kind of tell with the facial expression, some facial expressions in this arc, but I'll get to that. Anyway, after the last arc, uh, Glowing Dawn seemed to be getting on like a high Reina even thinking since they all have well, the three of them have a champion level Digimon or something they can't do, but yeah, she's just a little overconfident. And that's how actually begins with a meeting between the five stars. As I said before, they're like the top cleaners of this world, and they'll have the ultimate level Digimon as their partners. I don't really know all the name, but the one that matters in this arc is the Earth Star Clay, and the guy that runs the five stars is named Chairman Wong. And third, the guy that let loose the marine bullmon is the new is the new gold star, and yeah, it seems to be big might be Chairman Wong's right hand man, or maybe just manipulating him a little. Never trust mad scientists. Hmm. Anyway, yeah, there's a bounty on this bomb version of Digimon, and I am glad that the Arizona kept him in, since he was supposed to, that Digimon was supposed to be in the Digimon Savers that Dave Squad episode where Thomas brought Marcus's mother and sister on like just place around town for for his sister's birthday, but yeah, shenanigans happened, and it was be the bomber Digimon that caused a problem, but they turned into a citrus bomb. Yeah, town six. I don't know. Like there had been bomb Digimon before that they left alive, but I guess that was too much. And his partner was like a more muscular version of a Ivo Robotnik, or maybe Gerald Robotnik. And the reason that he's doing this is because he's turned 30 and never had a girlfriend. Yeah. And yeah, Tomura and the other members of Clone Doll actually ran into three different people. And later on, they find out that after they took care of the Bomber Digimon in a maze in the mirror world, that they have Digimon. And they already introduced themselves until the next episode, but I'll just say their names and Digimon now. First is Grant and his Lutomon, Shield Digimon, and Hakaru, the female member. I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying her name, but her Digimon, Shakomon. And yeah, the kind of leader of the group, Raito, and his Maladramon. And they had their own commander named Naito, and Naitomon, Naito, and his Gigasmon. And yeah, they're actually members of Tactics, or Tactics Team 7. and turn out there that it's run by Clay, and that's his show. And Naito trying to train the people that are trying to be part of tactics like he's a drill sergeant or something. And yeah, I do like the music that shows up when tactics first uh, shows up in an episode. It sounds a bit disco or something, but I don't know. And yeah, there's episodes that focus on all three. That says somewhat what they're like before and had Digimon and that. And yeah, they're like Clay after open level Digimon, and there's a Snymon. I think uh, on loose, so they had to forget it to evolve. But they're on Tomura that are after it because they actually took the e-pulse of this little boy's brother, and he had Tomura just flashback to when Asuka's e-pulse was taken, and the one what happened to him happened to the boy, and yeah, the tactics actually sort of after they want to evolve and just introduce themselves properly, and it's how they can actually well, 2 out of 3 can evolve their their Digimon pretty easily. Yeah, they gave a monodrama on their new evolutions, so interesting. And Shacomon's champion form was originally a Digimental of I think reliability uh, evolution, but some other interesting. And yeah, sorry, in Lutomon that doesn't evolve, but yeah, I think they kind of reveal why later on. Yeah, and the 3 groups trying to get this Snymon in a mirror world, and yeah, Team Tactics is shown gone up, and it seems like they're being mean to Tomura just to comment that he doesn't have a like full control of his e-pulse and that, but when he finds out they are into it deliberately have the Snowman attack the kid and take its e-pulse. Yeah, he and Armor Lizamon, the Gekomon, the champion form. Yeah, their emotions get into sync, and yeah, that's hurt Monodramon's champion form. Yeah, uh, yeah, I think the episode. Yeah, after that, they just check in on the mushroom cleaners again, and later just mad that I'm not getting any good jobs, and his mushroom Digimon was destroyed by the Hyenamon or the Fangmon. Yeah, probably Hyenamon. And he just blamed it on Glowing Dawn. That's when he's getting angry. His new Tapatama starts acting up, and a red Vegemon comes, and yeah, he just feeding off the leader of the mushroom gangs, like anger and that, and yes, he suggests that they weaken the Glowon's Digimon and then take cohort uh, their uh, their partners. Yeah, and they actually find where Kyo is keeping all the baby Digimon with her training since want to be as strong as Gekamon and that. But Poyamon is a little timid about it. So Prismon just tells him a story when it and Reina or Day and Reina were taking on another Digimon. And yeah, Paimon took the story to heart since he has inspires the other baby Digimon to attack. the Digimon, and yeah, the Digimon is pretty evil. Even trying to force the leader of the mushrooms to actually use its tentacle to beat Tomura. Yeah. But after Red Digimon is like defeated her into a baby, Digimon, uh, the mushroom, uh, the later mushroom egg, a group decides to be the protectors of the place. Yeah, kills for it, but they do know that if they get out of line, he's not gonna be happy. Yeah. And yeah, episode 16, it goes over Grant's uh, backstory when he and Raina say after a mushroom, or no, a, a, a moose mom. Yeah, you know this champion, I guess he opened rips into the mirror world. And I'm guessing that's why Clay wants it. But then Raina and Grant gets sent to a snowy mountain place. And Grant just remembers growing up in a refugee camp with one of his friends, but then one of the sides breaks the treaty and attacks it. And yeah, let's just say something happens that gives Grant the survivor's guilt. And that's how uh, uh, got Ludomon. And yeah, no, actually more backstory for Raina. Her with her parents died. None of her other family members wander, and they kept going to foster home. And Raiden sees like all good home that because wants to be useful and find a place where she belongs. So yeah, twofer. So kind of what I like. And I do kind of like that Raito and uh, Hikaru go to the Glongon's info brokers place to see if Ground is there, but when they see that he isn't, they just leave. Not even bothering to look for him, like a aim for but yeah, yeah. I think like Grant and Raina do get along a bit, and I think Grant does sees or does sees Raina as a reminder of the friend he lost or something. So yeah, it's kind of good. And there's an episode with Makoto and Hakaru when they were trying to get the same Digimon, but Makoto was more interested in protecting the kids that nearly got hurt, and turned out they're Hakaru's siblings. And yes, he tried to pay Makoto back by when him and the other members were going on to her family's restaurant. Yeah, and it also turns out that she's a working woman, not really caring about friends. That's just about their work and providing them money for her family. And yeah, when she actually finds out that Makoto used to live in the Shangri-La egg, she is just disgusted, just seeing them as the opposites. And talk about, I think it's captured by a Bergamon who's stealing food from her family's restaurant. I get into like a pink whale sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Makoto, who's a nice guy, decides to help Akaru's mama with clean the restaurant after the Bergmon wrecked the place. And the other episode is other character who left that tactics and has Commandermon, who's just like really traumatized with some of the stuff they have to do, and yeah, the that the trick of Tomer thinking that he took out his Digimon Rinto, and his Digimon came to get the two, and only the human partner was taken. Yeah, this episode had some really clever bait and switch sort of thing, or does that tricky what might have happened. And next episode, uh, Tomer find out Tomer that find out that Clay actually runs a Digimon auction where they sell Digimon and their partners to whoever makes highest bid. And the woman that tried that one with the mask that tried to give a fake Sakatama to the little girl with this shame on is back. And throughout the tactics are the security. And yeah, they're only supposed to provide surveillance. When they find a girl in the cage, Tomer has the urge to save her. Reina tell him that he can't, but after Gekamon made the girl smile. Seeing and her Tinkamon were next up, and yeah, Gekamon is still on the outside of the cage. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, just some stuff happens where Rinto uh, had to force his or try to force Monodra Man to evolve his own ability. This was out of control, and when he did something they didn't mean to, Rinto nearly pounced, but Tom Rassi stopped him, saying it wasn't Mondramon's fault, it was yours, or something like that. Ugh. At the end, the Clay actually goes to see Kyo, try to get him to join him in taking it down Chairman Wong, but when he refuses, Clay actually threatens uh, the Tomra and that. Now, it's home from the government then saying they need Clone help to to find evidence that Clay is the one that was organising the Digimon trafficking. Kyo does refuse, and when Tom asks to see Oscar, he and Gekamon actually spot uh, the Gokumon, and yeah, they fight, and the Gokumon actually takes Tomura to this Coliseum play, but I didn't know that the girl that Tomura was from at school actually saw the whole thing, and she tells Kyo that. Thomas' first opponent, a Greymon. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go see it. Yeah, next one is Rinto, and Thomas does try to escape again. I guess on E-Pulse prepare to cases uh, drain the E-Pulse or nullify the E-Pulse from the subatomas, so nobody will try to escape. Yeah, Tomer and Gapon do find out what happens to the losers, and yeah, that isn't pretty, and yeah, it's kind of obvious if you ask me. Yeah, go on to find out what happens or where Tomer is, and decided to stay to rescue Mitten, and Tomer and Rinto are battling. Yeah, Rinto was demoted from a tactical what happened in the last episode, and thinking that if he keeps them winning in here, then Naito might come back. And yeah, Rinto is the type of character that is just very cocky. Keep calling himself a genius because he can copy some of Cena once. But yeah, balancing Tomura, he realized that he isn't that much of a genius when he sees that Tomura and Gecko or Armored Lizamon against stronger because their emotions are aligned and that they care about each other. But the Mondramon care about him, but does he care about Mondramon? Hmm. And yeah, next episode, going on, do a raid on the Colosseum, and Rinto does find out what happened to the people he defeated. And Clay decides to get tactics to eliminate the Glowing Dawn, and then Naito gets a Gizmon to use Ludamon as a shield as he's battling Clay. Yeah, the more damage that Ludamon gets, the more pain Grant feels, and he's kind of happy about that since, yeah, like I said, he has survivor's guilt, and Rain is trying to snap him out of what he's thinking. And all this leads to Ludamon evolving, and yeah, it looks kind of cool. And now that the government has to prove that Clay is behind some shady stuff, Chairman Wong decides to make Clay into a bounty, and he's kicked out of tactics. And yeah, next episode once again, Clay is having Naito and Hikaru take out a Glowing Dawn, and Grand Hikaru tries to get Shakumon to get rid of Grand by putting a water bubble around his head so he could suffocate. But as he's about to stop breathing, Hikaru stops it. Yeah. And the water star or the 5 stars actually come by to take the tactics team out. Hikaru is slowly does accept their fate, but after Koto just yelling at her, gets to see that she doesn't have to do things alone since when she was like a researcher at this place, he just found it easier to do stuff alone, not being independent and things like that. And yeah, and at the end, Takaru and Grant saying they're gonna go find Rinto, but now he he was still in the Coliseum, and yeah, Clay takes him and the other two in some coffins and to this a desert that used to be a kingdom, and he's using their e-pulse to power up his own Digimon, and it actually evolves into a pure Mightismon or something like that. And Clay's somehow combined too. Oh god. Yeah, and after a fight with Kyo, and yeah, I am glad that the opening team played during the fight because I think it matches the stuff well. Yeah, after Clay defeat was asking how they get different and said he's just doing the same thing, but Tom run that they just tell him that Kyo doesn't take his team's energy. They willingly give it to him or something like that, and he try to say that they just take it as like one of those crazy faces that Yu-Gi-Oh characters have. I also like the scene in that episode where Kyo saying to Tomer that they need to leave, but Tomer has flashback when his brother's recorded again, and he just refuses, wanting to do more than what he did at that time. Yeah, with the last episode of the arc, Clay actually takes the e-pulses of Kyo, Reina, and Koto, and yeah, Tomer gets so angry and wants to take Clay out that Lizamon is overtaken by darkness, and he's trying to tell Tomer that this isn't gonna work, but Tomer doesn't really hear him. Well, Rinto with Montamon and Dramon's champion level it was up and snaps Tomra out of funk and turn out Monotramon's baby form as he got Rinto out of the coffin at the time. Mm. And yeah, while Rinto's causing distraction, Tomra and Gekomon have a bit of a talk where Thomas apologizes what he did. And yeah, that's just leads the editors are Gekomon's ultimate form, Monarch Lizamon. And I think it was pretty good, and yeah, I kind of expected the ultimate form to be like a cyborg uh, type of Digimon. Most of the protagonists Digimon's ultimate forms are usually cyborgs, so and yeah, I do like the music that played during the episodes as well. I think it's probably the same music when Gekomon dissolved into Armor Lizamon, but I can't remember. Yeah, after the battle, Clay is taken away, and but Tomura asks him about the monkey Digimon, and Clay just said, tell him it's called a Goku Ball, but to tell him anything else. And yeah, every is no longer Kohara, but just book Kyo a bit longer to wake up. He just wakes up with his family, give him a big hug, and yeah, Tomer's slower to give him it, he did, so yeah. And yeah, it turned out Akaru gave it, or said to Grant he could stay at her family's place if he wants, but he still has to do some cleaning. Maybe he's gonna work at the restaurant. And yeah, Rinto just goes off somewhere. Maybe he'll come back in another arc, but I don't know. And that's just basically it. Oh yeah, they actually gave a backstory to Clay throughout. He's a refugee from the Desert Kingdom, and he's part of this the test subject sort of thing that Chairman Wong was a part of, and yeah, Chairman Wong seems to be obsessed with power. And one of the doctors was named Doctor Tagami, or no, Doctor Tenma. I'm guessing is probably Tomer's dad, maybe. So that had some reason why his parents were in prison. mm, how do I say? Yeah, my favorite episode in this arc has been the Digimon tracking episode. It just so good, even when Tomer and they're pretending to be a guest at the Clay's auction, and the info broker woman is just supervising them or just being a distraction when Naito is following her. Mm. And yeah, I don't think they explain why Naito is so loyal to Clay. I hear it's because that Clay saved his life once, but I don't remember them actually mentioning that. Hmm. And I do kind of like Rinto or Raito and as a rival team for Tomura, and I remember that going on and some of their character development, uh, pretty good. And yeah, music as it's good and animation great. And yeah, here in the next 3 episodes are gonna be like a mini arc. So I don't know if I do that when the arc's over or when the third arc is over, which is gonna be called the Gift arc. Uh, that's weird to see. And oh yeah, I forgot to say on this one or in Digicon today when they're or this year when they're talking about the card game that he showed a Digimon card that might be the mega form of a Cougarmon, and then I have to wait to see when that's gonna turn up. And I just wonder what the ultimate forms are gonna be for Reina and Makoto's Digimon. Hmm. Yeah, hopefully the six it the Star Six's momentum and keeps being good on that, and I am glad they're tackling some serious matters. And you'd probably Clay saying that the disaster that happened in the 2029 was actually caused by a Digimon. So that I think I had to get more to that as well, but you know. Anyway, oh no, but just remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check my community tab. I have like a poll that I might be interested in voting or just looking at, but whatever. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.